Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1188. 1988. White Snake. Here I go again on my own. And I was moving up to UCSB from Ventura to live there for 2 years. Because I'd spent the first 2 years commuting to Santa Barbara from Ventura. I was nuts.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
That's the name of the show. My name is Mike Matthews. We're at Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley,
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And today we got Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster. And I've got to tell you, we're going to look at some news on the segment called Mike's segment about news. What? Oh, yeah, it's the Wow That's Wild Files.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Wow. People are going live all the time on Facebook now. It's like you just missed
Mike's Daily Podcast.
You just missed your best friend on live on Facebook. And you go, what? I wonder what they were talking about. And you click on it and it shows you like a little quick snapshot of what they were doing. And it's mostly people holding the camera phone, the phone, and the camera's going on them. And it's all shaky and then I throw up. I can't stand the shaky camera movement. Nobody's got tripods packed in their pocket to go out and set it up and make it all professional. So it's going to be, when you see a live thing on Facebook, it's going to be shaky cam time, and you're going to throw up because it's shaky. And I don't like shaky camera movement. That's why I'm not a fan of shows like every show that's on TV now has got the shaky cam to create tension. It was funny because if you go back to, what was it? Husbands and Wives was the first Woody Allen movie where he used a handheld camera, and it gave kind of a shaky atmosphere to the whole situation of the different relationships and all the affairs going on in the relationships in a Woody Allen movie. And it was actually a very different sort of Woody Allen movie because mostly he sets up a camera and it's like go. It's like theater acting time, like they're on a stage. And that's where you see how a lot of actors suck because they get a hold of the Woody Allen material and they're like, I don't know how to read this. It says, okay, I saw you down at the deli with Robert. I didn't know that you were cheating on me. This puts me in a state of Gewaltfisch and my Gestalt and my Gefreund. And then there's some like Yiddish word too, and then I don't know, and then that's the end of the scene. And he talks, a lot about his metaphysical metadata, and he's talking about how he's questioning everything because life is such a short, and it's short. It is short, and we have to make the most of it. And say hi to people like the ones that just walked in. Hi, Mac. It's Benita, the rodeo queen. How you doing?
It's Disgruntled Fiddle Player. Tell you what. Oh, someone else just walked in. Hi, Mike. I'm at the root beer. I'm the brewmaster. Oh,
what?
Well, I'll tell you that I'm a huge fan of Trump putting down Hillary every chance he can because I like it when old white guys put down women. It's so much fun for me. And I hate the fiddle.
Fiddles, you're disgruntled about that and things. How are you even married to the beautiful Benita with such an attitude? Mom, he's just saying that to be all machismo and whatnot. He's not that way in the house. Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'm questioning my machismo.
Yeah, you should question it.
Yeah, I'm questioning it.
We're gonna go outside and question it. Bah, my husband's weird. And there they went. They went outside to question life, the universe, and everything. A friend of mine's turning 42. And I thought to myself, I remember when I turned 42, the answer to life, the universe and everything, the ultimate question. Now, I had a very therapeutic discussion, actually, with my friend who's turning 42 and her mom on Saturday. It was so much fun. And we discussed, because I hadn't talked to them in a long time, and last time they knew me, I was still married. And we were discussing that whole thing. And it was good, very cathartic. You need to talk to people. You need to watch a Woody Allen movie. Yes, I know he's an odd fellow, and there's many questions surrounding him regarding the way he's treated women, etc. But just look at the movie. Or look at a movie similar where the dialogue is being written and there's snappy words instead of just things blowing up. Yeah. Well, the thing is, what I have discovered is that Mike'sDailyPodcast.com is a great place to go to help out the show. There's the Amazon link. If you're going to buy anything on Amazon, go through that link there at Mike'sDailyPodcast.com. And then there's also the PayPal. You get a special greeting from all the Cafe Anyway characters. And finally, there's all the past podcast pictures. Today's...
And here's today's podcast picture.
Is a wonderful picture of an Alameda. If you go to the Jack London Square and you're looking out towards San Francisco, sometimes you can't see San Francisco because it's enveloped in a huge shroud of fog. But it's still a nice view, and you got the cool cranes that the Tauntauns were modeled after in the movies of the Star Wars with the George Lucas. And I'm doing a Bill Cosby for some reason. I don't know. That's bad. So that you can check out that picture at Mike'sDailyPodcast.com. And there is also past interviews as well that I've done with interesting folk. Well, let's get to the segment, the Wow That's Wild Files.
The Wow That's Wild Files.
Well, this is interesting. In fact, on my way to work today, I got passed by one of these. And it is the Ford Bronco. And Donald Trump is to blame for this. The presidential candidate has been relentlessly attacking Ford for moving jobs to Mexico throughout his campaign. Ford has fired back, both with CEO Mark Fields on CNN and on Twitter during the first debate, citing massive investment and job growth here in the U.S. And now, because of this fight, MSN just got confirmation that the Bronco's coming back, whether or not it looks at all like the rendering of a typical Bronco, like the one OJ drove, remains to be seen. They announced earlier this year it will add 4 SUVs to the lineup, and it was widely assumed that the Bronco would be one of those 4. The theory stems from the latest contract between the UAW and Ford, and what happens to the Michigan assembly plant when the Focus and C-Max production moves south of the border. Confirmation comes from Bill Johnson, chairman of the UAW Local 900, speaking to the Detroit Free Press last week. Quote, "We hate to see the products go to Mexico, but with the Ranger and the Bronco coming to Michigan assembly, that absolutely secures the future of our people a lot more than the Focus does." Yes, he did say that. The Bronco is coming to Michigan assembly, which means the Bronco is coming back. This is the one American can come together on. The Bronco. It's loud. Not as loud as that freaking, as we go outside a cafe anyway, where we bring a Mike's Daily podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley. That enormous Castro Valley sanitation truck that parked in front of my house and sat there doing nothing, just idling, just being an idle, American Idol, for over a half an hour, shaking my windows in the process. Thank you, Castro Valley Sanitation, for your thoughtless drivers that maybe someday are going to fix my sewer. Who knows? But that's... yeah, enough of my complaining today. So much to be happy for on a Tuesday. Is there really so much to be happy for on a Tuesday? We'll find something. There's a silver lining somewhere. Oh yeah, here it is. Next show, it's going to be Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley, and it's going to rock.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at Mike